related tables. We have the change log. Let me see if the change log works. It's not working. Well, maybe because it's the sandbox. But in the you need to check in the main server if the change log working, because this one is going to record every change that you make in any of the tables. It's available for all the tables: work orders, assets, schedule activity. Change log is created that table for example, every time that somebody changes something inside of a work order, like a charge, then the system is going to tell you as an admin if that user changed anything and what was the change that that user made in that table. Okay, and the other tables that I want to mention is the PM documents. This one is empty, but if we add any documents here, then the work order that the system is going to create auto-generate according to the frequency of the schedule activity. That work order will include this PM document. So it means that you can save in your document storage the manuals of the asset, and then use that documents inside of this table, and then the work order would include that manual inside of the work order. So let me show you how it works. So if I add a new record here, and this is going to be manual link. Let me, for example, let's go to use these documents that we saw yesterday, that we used yesterday. So click here, bring with the work orders, close. And now I'm going to manually generate the work order for this actions, manually generate, and then the 109 work order is here. This is a work order created based on that PM work order documents. If I go here, oh, it doesn't include this. Oh, let me add as a pending work. No, PM. And the work order. Okay, that is something that I need to report. Suppose that this work order will include the document that I already in the schedule activity. Here, import related tables. We have this print with work orders. Okay. Yep. Okay. So let's go to check with the sessions of PM generation. PM generation, how do you do to generate the PMs? Manually generate. Actions, manually generate. The other thing that we need to cover is the PM suppression. PM suppression is the way to stop the generation of work order for 1 PM. Okay, so in this case, the suppression is available in the asset ID. Okay, so let me go to the asset here, this one, 3112. And if I go to the record details, you can see here that it's available for service. If you over on this field, it is plain. If yes, default OPM's schedule will continue normally. Setting this value to no will prevent the PM schedules from generating until the value is set back again. So it means if I change this value to no, any schedule activity inside of this table will stop generating any work order. Okay. So when you have an asset, what is the function of this? For example, if this boiler or any of the assets, they are not working anymore, or maybe they are not working because they have to reinstall the asset in another site, or maybe uh, you don't have that asset available because the spares for that asset will take a long time to arrive to your facility. Then if you don't configure this value to no, the system will continue generating the PMs. I mean, the work orders every 3 months, every 1 month. So to avoid that, you need to configure this to the value no. So this asset is not available for service, and then this eMaint is going to stop generating any work order based on any of the schedule activity that you have in this table. Okay, that's the idea of the of this field here in the asset. So the good thing about this that is included in the asset is that it's going to stop any schedule activity or PM. So if we have 20 PMs, those 20 PMs will stop generating any work order. Okay. The other things that I need to cover is PM nesting. Remember that when we were here, we didn't use the PM nesting. So let me show you first the graphical explanation of this PM nesting. Okay. So let's say that this is the PM created for one asset. This PM monthly PMs include these 3 steps or 3 procedures. Okay. And we also have for the same asset annual PMs. So this one is include the inspection of the pump here and change the oil. Okay. So for the annual, that is every 12 months, the eMaint is going to generate that PM work order. But this one include the three procedures or steps that you follow for the monthly. So it means that for the same asset, eMaint is going to generate one monthly PM and one annual PM on the 12th month. Okay, so if we configure the next thing every time or every 12 months that eMaint try to generate the monthly PM and the annual PM, is going to generate just the annual because this one includes the procedure that is inside of the monthly. So that's the idea of the monthly, of the nesting, excuse me, of the nesting feature. So how do you do that? So let me show you with this asset. Remember the asset that we use? This one, the boiler. So we have this is the boiler, and the schedule activities every 3 months here. Okay, so we are going to add a new record here. Oh, you know what? Let's go back here, and I'm going to change the configuration of this one. Go to edit, nesting group. So we don't have nesting group. So let's go to say that this one is boiler 1. Okay, this is the nesting group. Oh, excuse me. Boiler 1 at the nesting group need to be the same for both the annual and the, in this case, the every quarter PM. And the nesting level for the quarterly PM, I'm going to use a value lower than the one that I'm going to use for the annual. So let's say that in this case it's gonna be level 1. I'm going to leave level 1 available for any future monthly PM that I create for the same asset. So I'm going to use level 2. And that's it. That's all what I need to configure. Save. Okay. And now I'm going to copy this and create the annual PM. So the annual PMs is going to be this one. This to complete 3 every 12 month static. Okay. And this one is going to be the next one 12 months later. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is the annual boiler nesting level need to be higher than 2. So let's go to say that this one is going to be in level. This is like the priority. So this one is higher than the quarterly PM, and then the system is going to generate this work order instead of the monthly. And let's go to say, okay, the task, this one need to be different because it's the annual task that will include the steps of the train task and also additional. So let's go to left these tabs here right now, and I'm going to click here on this one. Go to the task, select this one, and I'm going to make a copy. This one is gonna be yellow 01. This one, boiler task, annual boiler task, testing task, and I'm going to save this one. Task procedures, I'm going to add sequence on visual inspections, hourly, one, add a new record, sequence 2, gonna be, what was it? Let me see. Procedure, change or broken. Okay, so this one is gonna be change or broken on our add a new record, sequence 3. It's going to be testing. Add a new record, or this, or one. I don't know. Now maybe this one, yes. Or procedures. Oh, this one. Oh, wait. So we have 4 procedures that include the first, second, and the third, that include in the quarterly task or PM. Okay, so here in this one, I'm going to use the training is it annual. Okay, by sample of nesting. So that's all what I need. Every 12 month static, the date 1 year later, and the task. Okay, so save and close. So now, when I'm here in the schedule activity of the same asset, I have the quarterly PM, the annual PM, and the date of this two, and that's PM work orders, boilers, and the nesting level. Nesting level is 2, and nesting level is 4. So it means that they are in the same nesting group. So when the quarterly work order is generated, also with the annual work order, then the system is going to avoid to generate the quarterly and then create instead of that the annually, because this will include the 3 procedures that is included in the quarterly PM. Okay, so that's the idea of the nesting. That's all what you need to configure in this, and then the system is going to be automatically respect the level that you configure here. So that's the nesting features that we have. For the schedule activity, we have all the related tables, and task library, to set up global PM, the PM global level. I mentioned that the next PM date is something that you configure, but how do you do to activate the auto generation of the PMs? Because this is just the configuration, but I'm not sure if the system is going to generate that PM in this day. So the way to do that is, well, this is something that only the admin can do, not all the users. So if I go to the sandbox, I mean the head and shoulder icon, into account settings, and go to the PM settings, this one is the field that you need to enable daily PM generation and email. So when you activate this, then the server is going to generate the projections of each of the PMs that you create inside of eMaint. So you need to be sure that this one is activated in the main server. But my suggestion is disable until you configure all the PMs in your system. What is the reason that I suggest this? Because if you have, for example, the next, remember let me show you here in the schedule activity here, the next PM date. So if for any reason any PMs has a next PM date in the past, so for example, last year, December 12th, this PM is configured as the next PM date, or any number of PMs has any this field in the past. So it means that if you activate this feature here, the system is going to, anything that is in the past is going to auto generate that work order today. So that happened with a customer in Mexico, that they don't check this next PM date, and then in one day they have like, I think more than 1,000 PM work orders generated by the system. And then well, you need to check that date, and maybe change the next date for the future. Check all the PMs and generate in the future, not in the past. So that's the only thing that you need to be sure. Let me show you some global settings that we have here in the. So this one is the enable the PM generation and email. Is going to send an email to the person that is assigned to that PM. Okay. You can configure the header and the footer for the PDF file of that PM. The time that this auto generation is going to trigger every day is 1 a.m. So you can configure this part. So if you click here, edit, you can set up a different time. So at 1 a.m. It's gonna be, for example, at 6 a.m. Send an email when no PMs are generated. So every day that there's no PM to generate, the admin will receive an email. Maybe this one is a good idea to disable, because some days you don't have any PMs to generate. So it's up to the administrator if want to receive this kind of email. Send PM summary and work order to administrator. Okay, so it's gonna send all the PM summary, the list, and work orders to the administrator. Send PM work orders to the perform form. This is the field perform forms that we have here. If we have anybody here, any contact, and that contact has the email address, then the system is going to send an email to that person. Send PM work order to the assigned to. This one is something that you need to enable, because in this part, for example, let me show you one of the PMs that you create. This one, because this assigned to include a name, a contact, then the next time that he's going to generate the PM work orders, he's going to send an email to that person. Okay. Send PM summary and work order to others. So it's gonna be the same information that is sent to the admin, but you as an admin want to send, for example, to a manager or somebody else in the company the same information. So the system is going to uh, automatically send that summary to that person. Send PM summary and work order to PM fields is a PM field names. Uh, this one is for some of the fields here. And this one is to automatically generate a PM on and see the meter reading. This is the next things that we are going to. Let me see what to do. Oh no, in the afternoon we are going to have the meter base PM and meter reading. So we need to enable this one just to let eMaint to auto generate the PM when we see the meter reading. So we are going to use this one in the afternoon. So let's go to activate. Where's that? Okay, so yeah, so no PM, save, and what was it? This one, save. Prevent calendar-based PM section on closeout. This is for the PMs to avoid the closeout. Prevent meta-based PM section on closeout to avoid the closeout of that. It's not a good idea to enable this. Enable update standard time for all contact categories. Check PM parts by default on the closeout screen. This one is the PM parts that we configured on the on this part. So every time that we try to close the work order, uh, it's going to show that list for us. So that this one is okay if we activate this. And allow user to override meter PM frequency on closeout. This is not something that normally we don't. Most of the customer they don't want to change the frequency because this one is gonna be configured in the afternoon session. But I will show you how to how this information appear in the closeout. Right now, let me show you this. Okay, so for example, for the schedule activity, what was that? This one. So we have the PM parts here. Okay, so let's go to the work order 109. So let me go to the work order 109. 109. Okay, work charges. We don't have any work order charges. If I try to close the work order, close out, then the system is going to show me the list, this one. So I can select, for example, this part and close, and the system is going to charge that part for me. Okay. So maybe the technician forget to add the discharges, so I can do as an admin manager to I can do that charges from this part. Okay, that's the idea. So let me try to close out this one. Yes. So let's go to close. Record the charges. So we have this part was added to the charges, work order charges. That's this function here. Okay. Any question?
Good so far.
Okay. Okay. So let's go. Let me see. Let's go to have a break. Maybe 10 minutes, and we will continue with the PM Manager tools.
All right.
Okay.